Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? It's DJ Style Focus. It's in the building, and I'm back. The main event show is back right here on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I've been. I know you heard some of my mix shows right here on Spreaker, you know. But I'm just glad to be back, you know. Fall is coming, you know. Sports is, you know, stays reopening slowly. Not, you know. This 2020 has been really rough. And the first January, I was like, January, okay, 2020, we here. But then it all went downhill of the timeline, what happened for 2020. I'm talking about it all started when we lost one of the greatest basketball players. You could put him there with Jordan. You could put him there with... You could put him there. You could put him there with Jordan. You could put him there with David Robinson. You could put him there with all the people that have rings, like Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, his teammate. You could put him there. We talking about the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. It all started. That was just very heartbreaking, not only for everybody in the States, for all sports. So my heart and prayers go out to Miss Vanessa Bryant and her family. Then after that occurred, then we have the killing of Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was like up and coming artist. He has songs with Nicki Minaj, Welcome to the Party, Dior. The list go on, man. He would have been 21, I believe, in 2 months. His birthday passed. He would have been 21. And then, after those two events happened, then we into this pandemic of the coronavirus. Now, this COVID-19 really struck everybody. Everybody's finance, everywhere, places to go. When this state was shut down, like, it was a real bad experience. I mean, I was going to the stores. You had to stand in line. There was only capacity of like at least 50 people. I was like, I hope we don't go through that ever again. That was like the worst experience, just standing in line, and it was like a little nippy dude. You're standing in line. Even if it was raining, you had to stand in line just to get into the store, just to wait to get into the store. And now what they're doing right now is the hand sanitizers, the mask, the soap, you know, wash your hands thoroughly, which that's always important to do. But this 2020 has really been awful. And then we had more deaths of more celebrities, from Miss Betty Wright. We have Jerry Stiller, Little Richard. What's else his name? Andre from the man at from Uptown, Andre Harrell. We lost him. I mean, Regis Philbin, and we lost so many people due to cancer and COVID-19. We even lost Fred the Godson due to symptoms of COVID-19. Like, this 2020 has been really rough. That's why I was like, I'm looking forward to next year. I'm ready for 2021 because I believe that 2021 is going to be 10 times. No, let me rephrase that. 2021 is going to be 20 times better than 2020. 2021 is going to be 20 times better than 2020. And I'm looking at it. Everybody's asking me, when is this... Everybody's asking, not asking me, but asking, when is this virus ever, this pandemic ever going to be over? And that's the million dollar question, when this pandemic is ever going to be over. We all don't know that. We all following the rules. We don't know when this will be over. I tell you that. We do not know when it will be over. I do have some good news during this rough year, you know. that if you listen to Hot 97, I want to congratulate one person right now, and that's Miss Laura Stiles. I want to congratulate Miss Laura Stiles. That's right. She's about to be a proud mommy. So Laura, Miss Laura Stiles, congratulations on that news. If you have her Instagram, she posted up. She's about to be a proud mommy with her and Ricardo. Congrats to them both. You know, speaking of babies, I was at a baby shower Sunday. My homie Willie Roach and his girl Lex about to welcome a baby boy, so definitely congrats to them during this difficult time. Yeah, I want to feed up positive vibes because I know this pandemic has really, not only this pandemic only strolling, but the election coming up in November. It's also trying not to get upset here. Y'all gotta pardon me. It's also important to do. We all gotta vote. We all gotta vote. I was watching the Democrat. I don't watch the Republican. I was watching the Democrat though. But this man's not even my president. Yeah, I'm talking about Donald Trump. I don't consider him my president. You know, a lot of people don't consider him as your president. This man right here, if he wins, which we hope he doesn't, it'll be 4 more years. This is why it's important to vote. We gotta make sure he gets out of there. We gotta make sure that. We cannot let this happen. Plain and simple. Because this election is getting crazy. Not only the election is getting crazy, but this police brutality is getting out of hand. This police brutality brought it to a whole nother level. First George Floyd, now Jacob Blake. George Floyd died because of a cop put a knee on his throat. Jacob Blake got shot 7 times in the back while his children was in the car. A 17-year-old shot protesters, but they charged him. This is why I'm afraid to go out of my place or go anywhere, because we don't know what these cops are up to. That's why when I see a cop, I'm like, are y'all really here protecting us, or are they protecting themselves? And this is my podcast, and I can say whatever I want. That's the question you really is: the cops really protecting us, or they're protecting themselves? That's the $1 million question right there. Because we don't know. I wake up and I pray every single day that I get through the week, do more than the day that I could get through the week. But after seeing that video when Jacob Blake got shot 7 times, really, really, really disturbed. Everybody got everybody messed up. Like, I want to salute to all the athletes, all the NBA, the NFL, just taking a stand. Let them know that we need change, and we need change now. And I salute to every single athlete from the NBA and NFL, the NHL, the MLB, just going through this, just going through that stand and taking a stand, no more police brutality. So once again, congrats to those. Once again, I salute to those athletes. Salute to the NBA. Salute to the NFL. Just for taking a stand for Jacob Blake. And I feel like us DJs, us podcasters, us radio station should do the same thing as well. We need to take the stand of no more police brutality. None of that. No more. We need to take a stand. I feel like we all need to take a stand during this difficult time. It's bad enough we already got a man who doesn't deserve to be in the White House, and he's probably loving every single bit of it, because that's who President Trump really is. But then he got opinionated for athletes, for taking a stand, for standing up for their rights, for Jacob Blake. But he don't really want to take a stand what's really going on and letting these cops get in the way with murder by using their badge as a tool. And that what frustrates me. And I'm very, 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 and I will be voting this November. It'll be me and my parents and my brother who will be voting. Please believe that. And I feel like everybody else that needs to vote up in here as well. And that's real. Because this has got to end. President Donald Trump does not deserve, he's not a good president. He doesn't deserve to be in that White House. He really doesn't. And I said it. You know? And I said that. Because it's my podcast and I can say whatever I want. And that's major facts. You know? Really am. And I hope Lisa Marie is in the check-in hearing this, because this has gotten out of hand. I know Lisa Marie from the Juice Talk podcast has been talking about this, and I hope she be on my chat. You know, I definitely want to hear whoever's in my chat box right now, you know, because it's getting ridiculous. And I'm starting to be I'm just ready for 2021. That's all. I'm really is ready for 2021. And I mean it. And I really, really, really mean that. I really, really, really do. Because this is enough. This is enough with the police brutality. Bad enough we already got a president that doesn't care about us. So what else is going to happen? What else is going to really happen? I just need to know, because I believe that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, but I want to ask them a question. And I'm being real deep, and I think probably you can agree with me or disagree with me. I'll take the heat, because I want that smoke. I want to know if Joe Biden and Miss Kamala Harris, because talk is cheap. We want to see more action than just talking. And I learned that from my parents. Plain and simple. If you want certain things done your way, you gotta do it yourself. And that's major facts. So whoever's in tuning in right now, we was just talking about how the timeline of 2020 is all about. We're going to talk more about this. We're going to get into some music right now. And we're going to talk more about 2020. Because I believe this has got to be more talked about. So we're going to go into some music. The main event show was good.
Yeah. I like the burn sage too. Meditation. Look, I just wanna ride out from the trap to the side house. Look, I just wanna wild out. So say I'm shot out. I let it spit in my mouth. That's what I'm about. From the trap to the side house. From the trap to the hideout. Turn next when we slide out. But this all out. Bitch, let's slide. Let's slide for a minute, see you handling your business. It's the same on my end, and I see you reinventing it. You chopped your hair a few inches, and I see you in the gym, cause that thing grew. Ooh. Look, I seen that from a mile away. I'm out here catching plays. I'm out here catching plays, be my bet. Cause you know this shit get risky. I need you with me. Be my Whitney, cuz, yeah. Cause I could stand the rain. This love come with pain. I could never be ashamed. Look, we do what we do. And that's our business. Yeah, and that's our business. I just wanna ride out from the trap to the side house. Look, I just wanna wild out. Short say I'm shot out. I let it spit in my mouth. That's what I'm about. From the trap to the side house. From the trap to the hideout. Turn next when we slide out. But this all out.
You ain't gotta be low. I already know you a hoe. I already know how I go. Them bitches never say no. But I ain't one of them desperates. Flight is one at the picnic. Tap me weighing through districts. Caught from boosters on Christmas. 96 Lex XC the crew. Sometimes you want a girl, other times a dude. Saw how I made the last bitch my muse. Them other girls got mad shit to prove. Happened so fast, like the world confused. We can lead a flash ship, then we dip and cruise. Ditch the vibe, you know my swipes approve. They acting like you ain't got a right to choose. Slow freak bitch, you know a street shit. Only post food on some creep shit. Can't talk much with a gag in your mouth. Do some whack shit, leave you mad in the house. I know you like the scene, but that shit played out. We could take long flights, snap it, laid out. What you say when he asks why you stayed out? Why you acting different? Why you dazed out?
I just wanna ride out from the trap to the side house. Look, I just wanna wild out. Short say I'm shot out. I let it spit in my mouth. That's what I'm about. From the trap to the side house. From the trap to the hideout. Turn next when we slide out. But this all out. I just wanna ride out from the trap to the side house. Look, I just wanna wild out. Short say I'm shot out. I let it spit in my mouth. That's what I'm about. From the trap to the side house. From the trap to the hideout. Turn next when we slide out. But this all out.
I just wanna ride with you. I just wanna slide.
She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch. She a bad one. She a bad girl. I see you got it tucked in your bag, girl. It's a man's world, but tonight you can run the show. Fuck me down, fuck me more. Fuck me fast, fuck me slow. 3 times in a row, yeah. I made you come 3 times in a row, yeah. I'm on the road when you know. I'm on the roll, I gotta go. She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and then she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch.
Beautiful girl, I knew her for some years. The moment I saw her, I knew I wanted some kids. I mean, it is what it is, independent. You got a nigga wishing I could take you home and show you how I do. Nobody but me and you. Put them candles on, take them panties off. Girl, you knew what it was. I think I said enough. She always down to ride. All we got is time. Apple of my eye, and she all mine. Don't ask her why, cuz
She got it on her own. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on her own. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on her own. She a bad bitch, never had shit, and she thorough and she mad thick. She got it on her own. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch. She a bad bitch.
She got it on her own. We could put our pieces together or go alone. Just like Italy, wherever you wanna roam. I'll be there whenever the spot, wherever the zone. I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about that.
Yes, sir. It's the main event show with the main event DJ Star Focus. Yes, it's back. So we was just talking about the timeline of 2020, how it was really a really rough year. You know, starting with Kobe Bryant. Death, his daughter Gigi. Then started with Pop Smoke, and now the coronavirus pandemic, and now we got like other celebrities passing. We had so much deaths during this coronavirus pandemic. We really did. We really, really did. Around March or April, I think around March it happened. It was the start of it. Yep, it was around March. It was the start of it. Once again, if you are tuning in, was just talking about the timeline of 2020, starting with the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. Then it was the killing of Pop Smoke. But when this coronavirus pandemic just came in, just took to a whole new level. For real. It really took it to a whole new level. Like, you couldn't go anywhere. You had to stay in your house. That's how the quarantine was. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go to no parks. You couldn't go to no... All that was open was like the stores just to get food. You couldn't go to no malls. You couldn't go to no gyms. If you do go to a bank, you have to wear a covered mask. Like, they're wearing these now. They putting up the glass shields. Like, this is really, really serious. I said to myself, this pandemic has really, really put a wound. It's like a wound you can't even heal. It's like a wound, like you really need surgery for that wound. That's what the coronavirus pandemic is. Yep. The coronavirus pandemic is. It was like a huge slap in the face. Like March, like I said, March was like I'd never seen it. Only healthcare essential workers just go to work and come home. If you have nowhere else to go, just stay home. That's how it really was. They was talking about how to break the curve. They was talking about how you break the curve. And it's really bananas. But you know what's crazy is I'm looking on Instagram right now. I was looking on Instagram when the southern states was reopening while we was closed. You see, the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut governors was playing chess. And they still playing chess to this day. Yeah. Still playing chess to this day. Because right now, I want to know how the science and data is and how they going off about. And I know a lot of people is hearing that it's all about science and data. Well, I want to know what is the science and data. I really want to know. Me, I'm just like, I follow rules, I'm over this. You know? I'm really over this. It's frustrating. You know, I'm so frustration. I'm frustration on the inside. You know, but at the end of the day, I give it to God. And I know God's probably right now looking down on all of us during this difficult time. That's how I look at it. I'm with God and I'm listening to Him. That God's going to show me my journey. God's going to show everyone their journeys. But around May, back to the timeline of 2020. I think around May, before Memorial Day, they started opening the beaches back up. They started opening up the beaches and parks back up, but that was like stage 1, so we had to go into 3 stages. Started opening that back up. Okay, that was fun because everybody could enjoy Memorial Day. But that's when and then stage 2, that's when outdoor dining come through. That's when outdoor dining is starting to, how do you say this? It was starting. Okay, outdoor dining. I say, yeah, thumbs up. You know, we try to make sure that doesn't spike up. So what the governors was doing is when they see other states was spiking up, they'll say, okay, we're not going to do indoor dining. But I know we're going to do some indoor dining this fall and winter because we want to eat outside. Because you already know what in 2 months what it's going to be. To me, it's flu season. That's when everyone's going to start getting sick. But we all got to be careful, though. What's really getting to people is that these scientists is talking about this vaccine that nobody knows about this vaccine but them. And that's what's crazy is. Yeah, so that's mostly all I have to say about the timeline of 2020. But the good part, there's no good part. Let me rephrase that. There's no good part. But I am seeing some positive things that's been going on Instagram. You know, I want to shout out one person right now who started this movement of all DJs starting to do their Instagram live on there. And that's the legendary D Nice. Yeah, D Nice started a real movement. You know, playing his music for hours, doing all different genres. Then I'm seeing other DJs getting on, doing their thing, you know. I feel like that's what we need to do. Let's keep this culture up. Let's keep on bringing this culture, staying this culture alive. Because that's what we need. We need some entertainment, and we need some positivity going on. So glad that the sports are back, but, we all glad that the certain sports are coming back. We all glad for that. But we can't be in the stands, so we have to watch from home. But the players could be out there. The NBA playoff, now if you're just tuning in right now, that we just heard that the NBA playoffs may resume tomorrow. So we don't know yet, but let's hope they resume for tomorrow. This police brutality, coronavirus pandemic, it's got to end. And I believe it will end. Definitely believe it will end. Plain and simple. I'm sorry that I had to get real deep into it, because if I had to just get it out of me, because if I didn't get it out of me, I was going to let it eat me alive. And I said, I'm not going through that. No way. But here's some announcements right now. We're going to get into some announcements right now that the main event show is back. This is the first show that is back on. I took a break from the show because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and started just keeping the culture alive by just being on my other mix shows that's on Spreaker and other platforms. So I was just concentrating on that. But I'm just glad that the main event show is back, and it's back better than ever. We're going to get more topics. Next week, we're going to talk more about how we're going to talk about all into September. I think mid-September, we're going to talk about how this 2020 timeline, how it really affected us, how it affected us as a person, how it affected us mentally and physical. So we're going to definitely talk about that. I'm going to definitely get some people in my live to talk about how did 2020 affect you, and what do you feel about it right now, and what are you looking forward into next year. So that's going to be all this week about how did 2020 affect you, and what you're looking forward to doing into 2021. Because I know I'm looking forward into 2021 that get this podcast on and popping, get my mix shows out there, and just promote for the, just play for the people that want to hear that vibe, that great music, and hear more topics, and just be extent of what the shows that I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's my goal for 2021. Now I want to hear your goals. All this week we're going to talk about the timeline of 2020, and what are your plans on doing into next year for 2021. So the people that is tuned in right now, the main event mix tape is up next. That's right, the main event mix tape is up next. 848-207-4426 is the number to call. Instagram and Snapchat at DJ Style Focus. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what you want to hear. You know how I do. I start off with some classic joints, and then we turn all the way up with the news joints. But tune in next Friday. The Main Event Show is back, and mostly all this month into September, probably like late September, we're going to talk about how the timeline of 2020 affected you, and what you're going to do next year to better not only yourself, of your family member, but not only your family but yourself. What are your plans for 2021, and how you're going to execute them. Excuse me. I'm sorry to sound rushy, but the main event mixtape is up next. 848-207-4426 is the number to call, and now we'll see you next Friday. It's the Main Event DJ Style Focus. This is the Main Event Show, and I'm out.